In all phases of the game, putting on an offensive display on Saturday that left the Oakland A's grasping for answers. Today, George Springer and the gang try to escape from Alcatraz with a rare sweep at the HOU. Catch some Astros baseball starting now. This afternoon from Oakland, California, the American League West leading Houston Astros shoot to sweep a three-game series from the A's for the first time ever. The lofty assignment falls into the hands of rookie right-hander Asher Wojciechowski. Hi, everybody. Alan Ashby and Jeff Blum with you, the birthday boy, on this gorgeous day in Oakland. The Astros playing good baseball. Yesterday, Scott Feldman, a big part of another win for the club.
Did a great job backing up what Keuchel did in that first game. Now they're set for that series win. They've got Asher Wojciechowski going out there. Good pitching, good hitting.
One thing that doesn't hurt one little bit, the Astros' heart of the order guys start to swing the bats well.
Yeah, they've played 17 games so far. A.J. Hinch has had 16 different lineups, but we found a great 3-4-5 hitter last night in Springer, Lowry, and Rasmus. Springer's been come on in this Oakland series. He's hitting .364 in this series. We saw that laser of a home run he had last night starting to get locked back in. Jed Lowry having himself a fantastic road trip, hitting .533, some clutch base hits and 4 RBIs on this road trip. Colby Rasmus also doing a great job sneaking into that 5-hole and taking advantage of it, hitting .316 on this road trip. I look for these guys to continue to beat up on these Oakland A's and have a good series sweep here in Oakland.
Coming up, the Jose Altuve hit parade is marching through the HOU at an exponential rate of speed. But just how prodigious has Altuve been against the Astros' arch rival? We look at the streak with Julia when we return.
Astros trying to get their first ever series sweep against the Oakland A's. It should be a fun one. The Astros offense coming to play yesterday, getting some power too from George Springer, and then leadoff man Jose Altuve, who continues to play well against the Oakland A's. Oakland and Astros fans didn't even have time to get situated before they saw Altuve on first base. This is our AT&T rewind. Like I said, he singled in at first at bat, and that extended an impressive streak that he has going against the A's. A 28-game hitting streak against that team. That dates back to September 5th, the longest streak that any Astros player has had against any single team in franchise history. This guy just continues to rewrite the record books. You saw there a 352 average against this team, and yesterday's 3-run homer makes a total of 4 home runs versus the A's. Bob Melvin said a couple days ago it's impossible to come up with a strategy for this guy, and A.J. Hinch agrees, saying today it's impressive because of how often these teams meet, and he's a good hitter. And how do you know? It's because you walk into the batter's box at a big league park. Everyone expects you to get a hit, and you do. It's fun watching this guy, and for more, I'm going to send it up to the guys in the booth.
Okay, we are on the air. There, I get it. And it is a gorgeous day here in Oakland. Plummer, you're looking at me like a birthday boy. Happy birthday to you.
I was in a full panic right there. I wasn't sure they were going to let us on air on my birthday. I thought we actually got the day off.
Hopefully I said welcome back or thanks Julia about 7 times there as we came on the air.
Yeah, she did a good job and gave us a lot of great information about Altuve. He's a fun kid to watch.
Yeah, he is that. Off to a great start on his season. More hits than he had at this number of games last year. That starting lineup for the Astros brought to you by Southwest Airlines. And it looks like this. Jose Altuve in the top spot, followed by George Springer. As he goes back to the 2 slot, Jed Lowry follows in the middle 3 spots. Evan Gattis, Chris Carter, and Colby Rasmus. And the bottom 3, Marwin Gonzalez. He's getting a start at some place every day. Jason Castro behind the dish. And Jake Marisnick is healthy and back in there. Well, here we go. Jose Altuve steps in the box, ready to go against A's left-hander Drew Pomeranz, who works from the stretch. And the day's first delivery in for a strike as Altuve shows bunt. Jose hitting .315, 17 games in the books. And he is just flat raking. He's hit in 28 straight against the Oakland A's, 4 straight overall against the league. And sees the count at 0-2, but that matters not one little bit. Jose Altuve slammed his 2nd home run on the year in yesterday's game. Breaking ball hit sharply. There's a knock down the right field side. 29 straight against the Oakland A's. He watches a couple of strikes and then reaches out on a backdoor curveball and shoots it past the first baseman. He is absolutely astounding with the bat.
He's a good ball hitter. He's a bad ball hitter. And I think this plays into what Julia's said about Bob Melvin. Pitch 1.5 off the outside corner. He just steps across the plate, shoots it down that right field line. And again, that's just another spot that nobody expects him to hit the ball, yet he finds another hole.
Yeah, I love the honesty of A.J. Hinch when talking about Altuve as a hitter, as George Springer offers on the first pitch. He said, I don't really think there's a pattern. He hits anything. He can hit it over his head. He can hit it low, inside, outside. It really doesn't matter. I've heard so much talk about here's what he needs to do. He swings the bat. He's a pure born hitter. Another big swing by George. It's 0-2. 65 degrees here, and it really feels wonderful in Oakland at the moment. George Springer launched his 2nd home run in yesterday's game, and it was a line shot just right of center field. And down on strikes, 3 straight fastballs thrown on by.
There's Drew Pomeranz. Big guy. Strikeout rate's up this year. He's doing a good job of throwing that fastball curveball mix. It was in the low 90s. Took the loss last time he faced the Astros back on April 15th. Went 5 innings, giving up 4 earned runs. He also struck out 5 in that game.
0-2 career against the Astros. As the left-hander brings it for a strike. He is pumping strikes early. Judd Lowry stands in. He has a 4-game hitting streak as he does stand in. Swinging it well from the right side, and that's an understatement. Swinging it nicely from the left side, but that right side, he has been deadly. Altuve sees the toss over. Does that impair his chances to run, or maybe make him greater if a guy doesn't show a very good move in that direction?
Scouting reports these days. I'm sure Altuve's got a pretty good read on Pomeranz already with the video and the scouting reports.
Short lead by Jose. Pitch hit on the ground right side. Glove nicely by Sogard. He'll get it out at second. That's all he'll get. But quite a play by the A's second sacker.
It was a great play by Sogard. Pretty good job by Lowry trying to sneak one through that hole. But an even better play by Sogard catching that one in the web of his glove.
How do you go about explaining Altuve with 29 consecutive games hit safely in against the Oakland A's? Is there any logic there at all?
Not anymore. I think we're past that point.
Gattis fouls it off on the right side. Evan Gattis hitting 136, trying to get it hot. We were talking about the heart of the order and the impact that these guys starting to swing the bat are having on the club. Ball and a strike on Gattis. Evan with just one home run. His first season now with the Houston Astros, and had to unleash the beast a bit with the bat. Pomeranz close with everything right now. It's 2-1.
2 hits in that first game of this series for Evan Gattis. Hopefully that day off lock things in for the man. He's a key part of that 3-4-5 order that we talked about that they need to get going.
Been steady in the lineup for the Astros. He's now played in 16 of 18 for the club. 2-2 the count on Evan Gattis. Just the first inning. The Astros winners of the first 2 games of this series. They took 2 out of 3 in Seattle to start the 9-game road trip. They took the final 2 games at home against the Angels. So it's a club playing very well in first place in the American League West. That AL West presently has the Astros at 10-7. The Angels are now at an even 500, 9-9, as they have won 3 straight. These Oakland A's have lost 3 straight. They're 8-11. Seattle 7-10. And the Texas Rangers at 6-11. That starts held back by Gattis. And a 3-2 count. That will have Lowry on the move with 2 outs. Outfield just about straight away. Center fielder Sam Fuld pulled a step or so toward left field. Runner goes. Ground ball back up the middle, but Pomeranz with the play, and he'll get the out. That'll do it for Houston in the first inning. They get the base hit by Altuve, and they strand a man. Athletics. And the Astros, the hot team coming in. The Oakland A's will bat now in the first inning. Their lineup features Sam Fuld in the top spot, followed by Marcus Semien and Stephen Vogt, the catcher. Middle three, Billy Butler, Ike Davis, and Josh Reddick. And the bottom three, Brett Lawrie, Eric Sogard, the second baseman, and left fielder Craig Gentry.
Asher Wojciechowski for the Houston Astros making his third start of the season. You see the numbers. Last time he pitched really well was against these Oakland Athletics, who went 4 1/3 innings of shutout baseball in relief. Last outing he was out there, saw the velocity in his fastball creep up to almost 92 miles an hour, which is a good thing.
That fastball grounded over the mound. Right there is Lowry on the move to make the play. 1 up, 1 down for the A's here in the first inning.
See who's playing around the HOU Coliseum for the Houston Astros. Colby Rasmus, Jake Marisnick back in center field. George Springer out there in right. On the left, Marwin Gonzalez moves over to third base. Jed Lowry back at short. Jose Altuve and Chris Carter on the right side. Jason Castro getting the start during this day game against the left-hander and working with Asher Wojciechowski.
Marcus Semien at the plate. Well, if Asher can get some ground balls to aid him, it would seem to be a large aid. Low 90s with the fastball, and a guy that can give up the balls hit in the air.
I was actually looking at the fastball usage from Wojo. It actually dropped off. His first 2 appearances used it between 55 and 65%, but that last appearance we saw him in Seattle dropped down to 50.
Pitch foul down the right field side. What I felt like I saw, and I couldn't begin to confirm this, is in his first start, it was follow the catcher time. And a lot of fastballs were called, establish the fastball kind of scenario. And he really didn't have his best of fastballs in that ballgame.
Well, and I also reports, there was I think there was something written after that said that he had a game plan and got away from it. So that kind of plays into what you were saying.
Yeah, maybe so. I really do think that can happen to young pitchers. Ground ball with a broken bat towards shortstop. Lowry is so steady as he makes the play. A couple of ground balls to shortstop and 2 outs here in the first. Bring up 3-hitter, the catcher Stephen Vogt, who comes in with a 4-game streak.
You caught and having game plans, and you speak to the pitcher before the game, and so you have an approach when you go out there, but do you rely on the pitcher to give you an indication of what he's working better with that day?
I think so, absolutely. I don't know if rely on him, by that you mean he needs to verbally tell me, or do you need to be keenly aware, watching and assess what a guy has and adjust immediately on the fly? Probably the latter for me.
I was going to say, and knowing what kind of catcher you were and some of these veteran catchers, you guys probably rely on the latter, because the pitcher's not necessarily going to give you the honest answer all the time.
And especially the young pitcher who probably is scared, and it's hard to think about more than a thing or two at that point. I think you're always trying to give that guy his best chance. Stephen Vogt will take a lot of pitches. He sees a couple of strikes and now checks his swing.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for a catcher to be with a young pitcher who all of a sudden may have that creep of self-doubt, and you've got to recognize it and find a way to correct it.
Left-hand batters have hit in the early goings now against Asher Wojciechowski at a .382 mark. So he's had his struggles with the lefties, but not here as he strikes out Stephen Vogt. 1-2-3 first inning. We're underway, an inning played, and we are scoreless from Oakland. Book your low fare right now at southwest.com. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. A lot of youngsters on hand here this afternoon. It's a beautiful day in Oakland, California, and it looks to probably get only nicer as the Astros head on down to San Diego. Temperatures, I'm sure you have seen, Blummer, in the mid-70s and rising in San Diego for the highs this week.
Just the standard procedure in the spring. Early parts of summer down there in Southern California. Sorry about that. I apologize.
No need to apologize. Saw that California state flag, and it's kind of the way it goes here in California.
It's kind of nice. Yeah, we're getting spoiled up here, too.
Chris Carter starting to spoil a bit. He's hit in 4 straight, hitting 143 as he stands in. Lifetime against Pomerantz. Not a lot to show, but a 167 mark.
But Chris has had a pretty good road trip. A lot of these Astros are having a good road trip, but Chris Carter at 313 on the road trip. 5 hits, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. It's a good trend.
Second baseman Sogard playing back near behind second base. Not quite the shift all the way, and I imagine keeping the second baseman in that position would inhibit a hitter from trying to hit the ground ball on the right side. Carter with a 1-2 count. Pomerantz looks like a guy immediately who goes right after the strike zone as a 2-2 count.
Good take. Not sure I'm taking that pitch with 2 strikes.
Pomerantz originally drafted by the Indians, first rounder, 5th overall back in 2010. That fastball hit on the ground, backhanded at short, long throw by Semien, and he gets him. 1 up, 1 down here in the second inning.
It's got to be promising for the Oakland Athletics to see Semien make that play. Tough backhand. Ball hit relatively decent, but going to your backhand and picking it up on a short hop makes a nice strong throw. 6 errors on the season, I believe, for Semien.
Already, yes. Colby Rasmus will stand in. And again, the left-hand hitters have had a tough time against Pomerantz. From that stretch, the first fastball thrown on by 91 miles an hour. That 2010 draft in which Pomerantz was selected number 5, that's the Bryce Harper year. The consensus number 1 picked by the Nationals.
Did you see that he was the consensus most overrated player in baseball?
Chosen by the players.
Which is shocking to me because you look at the numbers and he's in the top 10 in a lot of categories.
Yeah, to me, what that really means when it comes from the players is most unliked player.
Or most covered.
Yeah, maybe so.
Too much exposure, maybe.
Rasmus lays off. It's 1-2. Okay. Any thoughts as to why there might be that kind of a feeling about Harper by the players?
I think it's just all the coverage he got before he came into the major leagues, the high expectation that the media may have put on him. And he's a brash kind of guy.
Wears a lot of shoe polish on his face.
Yeah, he does.
And again, Brett Lawrie does a bit of that.
Yeah, I didn't get that memo when I played.
Yeah, that's a lot of eye black going on.
It's not good for my skin, Ash.
You know, makeup in general is probably not good for your skin, not at this tender young age of yours. 3-2 now on Rasmus.
Yet I continue to try and cover this mess up.
Why do you do that? I mean, you are so young. And
that all changed today.
Pitch hit high in the air on the right side. Sogard, the second baseman, going back a long way, and now called off by Reddick, who makes the play. Reddick saw himself drop a ball in yesterday's game.
Let's take a look at what Margot's doing. He's forcing himself into that lineup. That first series, or that first game of the series, did a great job driving in those 2 go-ahead runs. It should have been the winning runs, but the A's came back. But A kid who comes off the bench, knows his role, never complains. See him always with a smile on his face. He carries about 4 different gloves with him when he travels on the road, and he's not afraid to use any of them. And what's even better is that A.J. Hinch is not afraid to plug him in anywhere.
Yeah, that's the deal. He's starting to use all of them and use them effectively, and the bat has been a big key that helps insert Marwin in the lineup.
Actually saw him downstairs this morning and had a chance to talk to him. He said his favorite switch hitter was Lance Berkman. And we were talking a little bit about hitting, but the interesting stat that popped out for me was when he said, yeah, I've only had 1 right-handed at bat so far this year. He's getting the start against Pomeranz.
Well, he'll add to it here this afternoon. Swings through that high heater.
But that's the craziness of being a switch hitter.
Yes. And sometimes there is rhyme as the reason right there that you're playing in place of this player or that when another a righty or lefty is on the mound, and it starts to add up that way. But for Marwin, that left-handed side of the plate has been really good.
So good. And it's not trying to take anything away from that right-handed swing, but when you're a switch hitter and you have 1 right-handed at bat in a 2-3 week span, makes those first couple ABs against the lefty kind of interesting.
Marwin able to lay off. You know, being that guy that is labeled the utility player can be a curse. It can be a blessing. It can create long careers. But Marwin is finding a way as a utility player to start to get a lot of playing time.
There's a guy for the Oakland Athletics who came over from Tampa Bay that's made a pretty lucrative living and playing a lot in Ben Zobrist. So that's kind of a role that Marwin could find himself falling into.
Zobrist has kind of become that everyday playing utility guy.
Yep.
Very close. It runs filled 3-2. Joe Madden, maybe the perfect manager for Ben Zobrist through those years in Tampa Bay. He'd play him at second base, shortstop, occasionally at first, right field. You'd see him all over the outfield. And he played so well that there was a spot for him every day. Tapper off the lead leg.
Grief.
You know, and Marwin is not that typical little guy that you kind of shift around the infield. He's a pretty sturdy guy.
I hope that got the shin guard.
Ooh, that's
right above it. Of course, right above it.
Wow.
It's the one place you don't cover that gets smoked.
That is a tender area after you hit a few on the shin.
Yeah, it's nice to carry that shin burger onto a flight, too.
Yeah.
Swells up pretty good.
3-2 again. Popped up back behind the plate, and this will be back to the seats. Just the second inning, scoreless ball game. Astros having some fun on the West Coast. By the way, that draft I was talking about with Bryce Harper going #1, Manny Machado was the 3 pick in that draft. And Matt Harvey was a guy selected in the top. Let's see, Harvey was #7 for the Mets.
Now, when they announced him signing, did they say the Dark Knight?
I don't know about that, but there's a base hit from Marwin. He'll dig for second. Here's the strong arm from right field, and not in time. Marwin legs himself a double with 2 outs, and that is key with the 2 outs. Jason Castro now a shot to drive him in.
That was a good at-bat all the way around. Good play. A lot of good hustle out of these guys on this day game. Marwin Gonzalez working himself deep in the count, shoots one the other way, much where Altuve hit his. And right out of the chute with 2 outs, realized he wanted to get to second base and be in scoring position for Jason Castro. That was beautiful. And Reddick did everything he could, too. That was just a well-done play. Marwin won that battle.
Josh Reddick, one of the right fielders you don't want to mess with very often, but Marwin able to beat him in this case. Jason Castro at the plate. That tough assignment against the left-hander Pomeranz. 205 the early batting average now for Jason. Of course, Hank Conger, the backup catcher, switch hitter. Infield swings around to the right side on Castro. High strike called. And Jason hasn't liked either call. Home plate umpire today, Quinn Wolcott. Eric Cooper's at first, the crew chief Gary Cedarstrom at second, and Lance Barksdale is down at third. Intriguing as you look at strike zones and the pitch tracks. Castro down on strikes, doesn't like things, but you can see where the pitches were. That'll do it for the Astros in the second, on the second strikeout by Pomeranz.
Wojciechowski gets back to work, and if you watch him, he pitches up in the zone, and that is on purpose, but it tends to a lot of fly balls and foul balls, and he's facing a team that happens to be very patient, likes to work themselves into deep counts. But today the key will be getting ahead of the A's and going deeper into the game. That's something he's hoping to do, wanting to impress these Houston Astros, hoping to hang around for a while, guys.
Not a bad way to pick up some W's along the way, especially if your club is swinging the bats. The Astros, a couple of hits on the afternoon. The Oakland A's without a knock. In fact, a 1-2-3 first inning turned in by Wojciechowski. He struck out Stephen Vogt to end the first inning. And now Billy Butler 0 for his last 8. Right on the outside edge. That'll get you deep into ball games.
Yeah, Asher actually pitched pretty well. Last time he faced these A's, he had 4 punch-outs in those 4 innings. But the fastball location already has been pretty good. It sets up that breaking ball for him.
That breaking ball gets the fly ball to right field. Springer shades his eyes. You could see the glasses gleaming. And out number 1 here in the second inning.
Yeah, that was the other interesting thing about some of the errors yesterday for the Oakland A's. Is this is their home ballpark. Granted, it's early in the season, but these guys should have a pretty good idea how to play the sun here.
Well, especially Josh Reddick.
My goodness, yeah.
Cody Ross in left field had a battle with the sun that the Sun won. But Josh Reddick, I'm not sure the Sun was even involved in the play that saw him drop the ball.
Yeah, isn't it funny? You give him the benefit of the doubt until we saw that replay and realized he was actually Cadillacing that ball a little bit.
It was. It appeared to be exactly that. Ike Davis at the plate has hit in 4 straight. Yeah, it's been intriguing so far for Asher Wojciechowski. 2 previous starts in the big leagues, and the numbers just virtually identical other than the strikeout column. 4 innings in each case, 8 hits allowed and 4 runs all earned. I'd love to take that big step forward here this afternoon. Just away.
Good changeup. Castro probably having a little bit of a conversation back there. Take a peek at the pitch tracks.
It's a well-spotted change, not quite in the strike zone. Ground ball is foul, so the count evens at 2-2. We see the Astros infield with the shortstop staying just on that left side of the infield. Now we have earlier in the series seen a full shift on Ike Davis, but we've also seen Davis take advantage, putting ground balls on the left side.
I like to see the Astros making that adjustment. Play the shift. You see a guy starting to make the adjustment, trying to go the other way. Move with him.
Jason Castro continues to be solid as can be with those pitches in the dirt. You say on that pitch, well, what difference does it make? Well, if you get that check swing, ball gets by. You got a bag for your hitter. And the walk. So the first base runner of the afternoon for the A's. Some of the ease for the Oakland A's in the series. This one actually was ruled a double, but a catchable ball. That one, not so good.
Yeah, that was not good. He got back there, kind of a little showboat off to the side, but this one right here, Cody Ross charging in, called off the shortstop who was clearly under it, but obviously lost it in the sun when his reaction was when he popped up to look back up there to realize, like you said, Ash, the sun had won.
Yep, it was a well-timed solar flare on that play.
Ooh.
Reddick at the plate, and he takes a strike. Josh Reddick has been an amazing player when the game is on the line, extra innings, late in the ball game. The Astros have really had to deal with his bat. And he's off to a terrific start, hitting .357 with a home run. 7 ribbies for the right fielder of the A's. That foul ball finds the seats down the left side. Even if it doesn't, in many cases, a run that is just too much for any human to make.
Yeah, Reddick and Coco Crisp are two guys in this lineup. Just when they're swinging against the Astros, it never looks like they get cheated or have a check swing. They're always on every pitch they're throwing, it seems like.
Oh, and 2. I don't know what that says to you. To me, that says it's a guy that sees the ball well and he lays off well.
Yep. The Astros are glad to see Coco in the position he's at right now. He tears up Astro pitching.
Limbo time and a 2-2 count.
I like it. Make these guys that are comfortable move their feet a little bit. It's what you do now that counts. You got them moving, you got them thinking. Now you got to have that pitch that you're able to put them away with.
Feels like Reddick's been around a long time. He's still just 28 years of age. Runner does not go. Little check swing, foul ball. So that goes against what we were just talking about, but that's kind of the nature of this game.
You trying to say I don't know what I'm talking about?
You know exactly what you're talking about. This game just doesn't know how to follow suit sometimes. You like the look with the Sox?
Nope.
Not a bit, huh? High fastball, again fouled.
I appreciate the effort, but I'm just not a fan of it at all.
Now, did you always, every time you went to the field, play with the low pantalones and the socks?
Yep. Oh, man, I'd be scared to pull out some of the pictures of me back in the late 90s. And that was back in the day when your pants were skin tight and they tapered them all the way down. Oh, that made for some good baseball card photos.
Yeah, I'll just sit and think about it. Line drive center field with the shift on a bit. This one lands and goes to the wall. Here comes Davis. He's being waved home. The relay to the plate is cut off, and the A's take an early 1-0 lead. So a one-out walk and a triple by Reddick, and the A's strike.
That's that comfortable swing we're talking about. The Wojo, not enough velocity up in the zone. I'd like to maybe see that one a little bit down in the zone. That was a hanging changeup that Reddick went out there and crushed.
This ball fairly close to being straight up center field.
Yeah, we've seen when the Astros play the exaggerated shift on the infield defense, it goes in the other direction in the outfield with the center fielder playing to that opposite field side of the hitter.
First triple on the year for Reddick. 8th RBI. It brings up right-hand hitting Brett Laurie. And he's been struggling a bit. 0 for his last 10. The batting average sliding to .214. Infield playing back, so a ground ball to short and second will produce a run. Laurie made a really nice play on a pop fly down the left field side, foul territory in the series, and crushed his knee up against the side of the mound. Now back in there.
It's good to see. Already enough injuries for those Oakland A's. They'd hate to see another guy go down, especially after such a great play.
Hard-nosed player, and he plays with such abandon at times. I'm not sure opposing players appreciate what he puts on. He hits one in the air, center field. Should be deep enough to score the run easily. Reddick tags, the catch is made. And the throw to the plate launched and all the way toward the backstop. It's 2-0 Oakland on top. Sac fly for Laurie.
Take a look back at the defense that you were talking about previously on Josh Reddick, Ash. The infield is playing way around. You can see that 3 infielders on the right side. And when you get to the outfield, you'll see that where Marisnick starts well in that left center field gap, the opposite field gap, and it's a long run for him to get over there because it is straightaway center field, and an even longer run for George Springer to try and get over there to back him up. But again, you're playing the odds. You're playing the statistics. Yep. You're not playing the actual hanging changeup. You can't account for that.
5 RBIs for Laurie, who picks up the sac fly. 2 outs in the inning, and it all gets started with that 1-out walk to Ike Davis. Eric Sogard stands in. He's hit in 4 straight. 0-2 the count. Little guy who steps up and plays well for the Oakland A's, Eric Sogard. Hitting .265 on the year. Here's a guy that takes pitches well.
Yeah, he usually grinds at bats out, that's for sure.
Went to Arizona State University, one of those Pac-12 guys, much like our birthday boy, Jeff Blum.
Good baseball conference.
Would you rate it the best?
Probably not the best as much as I want to and be biased, but I think the SEC down there, ACC's pretty good.
Fly ball center field. Stocked by Marisnick. He'll make the play. That'll do it for the Oakland A's, but they strike for a pair, and after 2 innings, lead it 2-0.
a little bit longer. Carter's done that. George, when he's right, has hit a lot of home runs to right field. So that's good to see. You know, Carter stays in on a pitch and lines out to third. I just think our guys, when we hit the ball hard and we're on time, you know, we have some danger.
You love to have danger, providing danger for the opposing pitchers. Jake Marisnick has been a dangerous hitter this year, hitting .350, and good to see Jake back in after having to take a little bit of time off with a sore hip. Well, he plays a great center field, and he looks to be a guy that you could build that outfield on for years to come.
Yeah, he's a nice centerpiece out there. I think AJ realizes if he gets some of these guys doing what they've done in the past, I mean, there's guys in the first 6 in the order that are complete and utter threats to do some serious damage when they're going well. And they've been winning, and they are in first place without 3 of those guys really lighting it up and doing what they normally do.
Quite frankly, without big offense to this point. Ground ball right side. Dropped by Davis. And Marisnick with his speed beats it easily.
And that speed is what caused Ike Davis to make that move. He was going to try and catch that short hop, realizing it would be tough to flip it to Pomeranz. He was going to try and get that play by himself. Kind of an awkward hop coming off a right-hander's bat right there, but you can see him trying to swipe at that in-between hop. But the reason he's doing that, because out of the corner of his eye, he sees Jake Marisnick motoring down that first base line. Error on the play on Ike Davis.
E3 gets it started. Marisnick aboard, and now the top of the order with Jose Altuve, who's already pushed his streak against the Oakland A's to 29 games as he shot a 2-strike pitch on the ground down the first base side for a hit. One of 2 Houston hits on the afternoon, and each one between the first baseman Davis and the bag. Big hole on the right side now with Marisnick being held on. The batting average overall for Jose Altuve at .324. It's not quite .341 yet. But when you look back to last year, it wasn't like Jose Altuve took off with that .341 year in mind. Runner goes, the pitch down and away, and a stolen base for Marisnick. Marisnick, now with 5 stolen bases, has not been caught. And so you kind of get the drift with what this guy can do.
Picked a good time to run. There seems to be a tendency of left-handed pitchers to not pick over back-to-back times, not throw 2 times consecutively, and I think Marisnick gambled on that fact and went first pitch, or first move, I apologize, and made it easily.
Shot back, and it hits Pomeranz and now lands on that third base side just a bit. Pomeranz is hurting, and you can't blame him. Second hit of the afternoon for Altuve, and the Astros have runners at the corners, nobody out, and Bob Melvin and the training staff going to have to come out and check on their left-hander.
Right, and the keister. Just another laser off the bat of Jose Altuve against an Oakland Athletic pitcher. Nowhere for Pomeranz to go right there. That got all meat. Could hear it on that connection right there. Should be all right. That's usually a muscular part for most ball players.
Until in later years it becomes a non-muscular part.
You don't say.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Jack in the Box taking us inside the box score as we look at where George Springer's hits are going this year. I think the beautiful thing that we're seeing is that George Springer is hitting these baseballs up the middle. When a hitter's going really well, their thought process is up the middle in that opposite field gap, and you can see right now George Springer with 9 of his hits going to center field, and a lot of them coming here recently. That bomb going to right center field last night tells me that this young man is starting to see the ball a little bit. We get the chance to enjoy what happens when George Springer makes connections.
Altuve goes, throw down, that's not in time. So a couple of stolen bases in the inning. Altuve now in scoring position, first base open for Springer, and a 1-0 count. This is what you see is the makings of what could be a really good offense.
Well, we know they're aggressive on the base paths, but this year it should be even more so with Marisnick in that lineup more consistently. But I wonder if they're keying on something on Pomeranz, getting good jumps off him.
On the hands. Ball and a strike on George. Altuve now with 6 stolen bases. He's been caught a couple of times. Pomeranz from the stretch. George gets tied up as he fouls it back in a 1-2 count. Looks like that barrel is maybe just a hair tardy here this afternoon.
It is a little bit. Still time to make the adjustment.
The Astros have been coming along with the offensive side of the game. They start today 13th in the league at .224. And down on strikes second time today, George Springer back in that 2 spot. And the numbers in that spot for George have not been spectacular to this point.
Well, a lot of sabermetricians say that 2-hole is the hot spot. You're going to get more opportunities with runners in scoring position. You're going to get more chances to hit. But in this situation right here, you'd like to see that ball put in play. The infield defense was playing back. They were conceding that run at third base. You would have liked to have seen, with nobody out, that ball being put in play, take the RBI.
1 out. And a couple of runners in scoring position for Jed Lowry, who grounded into a fielder's choice. Very nice play it was by Sogard back in the first inning.
I wonder how many pitches Jed Lowry is going to see to hit right here. I know it's early in the game here in the third inning, but you've got 1 out, first base is open, and you've got Evan Gattis hitting behind Jed Lowry, who's hitting, I believe he came into today hitting .529 against left-handed pitching.
Two balls, no strikes. Hitters count for a guy who is working as one of the really good hitters right now in the league from this right side of the plate. And the 2-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Evan Gattis may find himself at the plate very quickly now. Are they going to put Lowry on?
Well, Stephen Vogt was taking a long look into that dugout, I think, looking for that answer. I wonder if Jed Lowry might get the green light, maybe expand the zone here a little bit, try and pick up these 2 runs. Or just take it.
Were you surprised at all by that take on the 3-0?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep. You've got Gattis and Carter coming up in the order, a couple of guys that are prone to the strikeout.
And you've got a guy hitting well over 500 against left-handed pitching this year. Even a ground ball right there is a bonus.
And ball 4. So the bases are loaded now for Gattis. Yeah, I wonder if that was Jed Lowry, or if that was Jed Lowry, the former Oakland A, or what in terms of the 3-0 take there.
In search of Jed Lowry.
And we've been finding Jed Lowry to be very articulate with the bat. Evan Gattis grounded back to the mound. That ended the first inning. The Astros trailing by a pair of runs, would love to get at least back even here in this third.
Snap out of the funk with a grand slam.
Big swing by Gattis. The Astros are yet to hit a slam this year. But the Astros have 21 home runs as a club. That's 5th in the league. Hot shot through the right side. That'll score 1. And here comes Altuve. He'll score easily. Into third base is Lowry. 2-run single, Evan Gattis. And the Astros have caught him at 2.
There's your 4-hole hitter. Nice piece of hitting by Evan Gattis. Big swing on that first one. Cuts down a little bit, gets that fastball away, gets on top. It's a nice firm ground ball to the right side. Scores 2 runs. It's beautiful. You could see the intent on that replay of him wanting to go the other way.
That's a big one for Evan Gattis and for the club. For Gattis, RBIs numbers 2 and 3 on his season. Have to re-look at those numbers. Chris Carter at the plate. With 1 out, the double play. Obviously a huge factor. Asher Wojciechowski wouldn't mind sitting for a while here this inning.
How about a sac fly to the bleachers out there and left?
I think
for 3 runs.
Does somebody have to catch that to qualify for that?
Yeah, give a souvenir to a fan. Make a great play on it.
So if you drop it, do you lose the sac fly if that fan does not have good hands?
Take the error, maybe only get one RBI on that play.
Well, we'll be rooting for the fans to have good hands out there.
Yeah. Brent Strom down there talking to Wojo. We got those 2 runs back, kid. Hold the fort down.
Nothing to worry about. This offense is coming to life. Carter fouls it back. Chris Carter with a 4-game hitting streak. The Astros are 12th in the league in runs scored. Of course, the games played are not totally even right now. One and 2 the count on Chris. When it comes to runs per game in the American League, the Toronto Blue Jays lead. They're at 5.5 runs a game. The Astros are 12th in the league. They've come up a sizable chunk here in recent games, averaging about 3.7 runs a game. At the bottom of the heap in the league, Minnesota, the White Sox, and Cleveland. Minnesota being the lowest scoring team. I think a lot of people might be surprised the Yankees scoring at the second best rate in the league right now. Pitch gets away from Vogt, and Gattis alertly heads into second base, and there goes the double play chance.
That's great.
Wild pitch.
One thing we haven't, I think we hinted at it last night. We didn't have much time to talk about it, but how about the Astros? The numbers, the batting averages may not be skyrocketing. The runs batted in may not be amazing. The runs scored per game may not be amazing. But here in this series in Oakland, they're doing a great job of taking advantage of what is being given to them. A couple errors last night. They capitalized on it. Error to start this inning off by Ike Davis. That run scores.
Opportunistic, you're saying?
Absolutely, and that's a good thing. If you're not going to get a lot of hits, you might as well get them at the right time, and that's what they're doing. But I would really like to see Chris Carter just hit a lousy ground ball to shortstop or second base right here and get another run.
Little fister popped in the air. Shortstop Simeon battling the sun. He wins the battle, and that's the second out.
And that's why I wanted the ground ball.
Yeah, and that's exactly what batting practice consists of, that round where you've got a man at third base, less than 2 outs. How do you go about bringing that run in?
I wonder what the number, how many RBIs are driven in by making an out? I mean, there's plenty of opportunities throughout the course of the season to be able to do that, and that's where I think big RBI producers take advantage of those situations, knowing that they don't have to get the base hit or drive it in a gap to get a guy to cross home plate.
Line drive right field. That's what you get is the pick-me-up. Gattis will be held at third base, but Lowry scores, putting the Astros on top 3-2. 2 out, RBI single, Colby Rasmus.
And sometimes you need a little help from your friends. Colby Rasmus backing up Chris Carter right there. That was great. And that's what winning teams do. Pick each other up. I don't care if you love the game or hate the game. Go out there and play hard.
Yeah, Colby Rasmus able to hang it out. And again, against a left-hander that has been tough on left-hand hitters. So really nice to see. I think it's true, though, what you're saying, that at the end of the season, teams that do well will have had an opportunistic year. They may not have the best stats in terms of batting average or hitting home runs or stealing bags, but they will have taken the fullest advantage of opportunities presented. It brings up Marwin Gonzalez. Marwin had a double as he shot one between Ike Davis and the first base bag in the second inning. Runners at the corners again, 2 outs. And Marwin takes a strike. Yeah, I'm telling you, if Marwin doesn't watch out, he's going to find himself playing every day. Can't remember the guy's name, but back in the 60s, maybe, possibly 70s, the Angels had a utility player that started playing really well. And he started playing all the time because of it. And he came up with a great line, which was bench me or trade me.
I've heard that before. Got a bad case of being overexposed.
Yeah.
Bench me or trade me. That's beautiful.
Marwin's hitting .333. Gets jammed and pops it up on the left side. This is going to do it, provided Semien makes the play, and he does. But for the Astros, they send 8 to the plate in the third inning, 3 score, and they lead it 3-2.
Plus access to exclusive experiences and prizes throughout the season. Visit Astros.com/buddies to register for an Astros Buddy membership today, guys.
Thank you, Julia. Everybody having fun at the ballpark. Maybe the Astros fans a little bit more fun than the A's fans at the moment. 3-2 Houston. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Greg Gentry being brought to the plate. He's the 9-hitter for Oakland. Followed at the top by Sam Fuld and Marcus Semien here in the inning. 5 Houston hits already, just 1 for the A's. That 1 was a double by Josh Reddick, make that a triple that plated a run. He eventually scored on a sac fly by Brett Lawrie. Wojciechowski with a 1-1 count.
See how Wojo responds to getting some support from that Astros offense.
Nice to see. And that 2-out knock by Colby Rasmus is just a beautiful thing for the club. 1-2 on Gentry. Now, early in the season, it can be great to look up at the scoreboard and see your batting average. Sometimes it can be less than great. I think this is that latter category right now for Gentry. 0.40 is the batting average.
Only good thing is that it's that early in the season where you get a good 3 or 4 games in, average can jump.
Two and two the count.
Gentry getting that rare start against a right-hander. Just become real accustomed to seeing him only face the Dallas Keuchels and Brett Oberholzers in that Astros staff.
Mark Canha, the guy that's been getting the lion's share of the play in left field for the Oakland A's. Strike 3 called. Gentry tossed the bat away, heading down to first base. Going to have to retrace.
A running fastball at the top of the zone. A's aren't happy with it, but upon further review, looks like a part of it got that strike zone. You know who's happiest about that, other than Wojciechowski, is Jason Castro. Working it.
Justice being served.
Justice being served, and he's getting his pitcher an extra strike called, which is always nice.
Oh, that was a good-looking pitch, too.
It was a real good pitch. I guess not all of them. Good grief.
You know, with the angle we get from center field, that pitch that looks like it's at the outside corner a lot of times is off the plate, but if they let me start calling them here from the booth, I'm going to call them a strike.
Well, and I sometimes, understanding that, I watch the catcher.
Yeah.
See how much that glove moves, and it really didn't move all that much from Castro.
Good fastball on the hands of Fuld. 1-2 the count. Take a look at that strikeout pitch.
You see Castro set up there. He just a nice little grab and little turn of the wrist to bring that ball back in the zone to look a little bit better.
Half swing. Did the bat go through? Yes, it did. In the assessment of Lance Barksdale down at third base. Couple of strikeouts in the inning. That's 3 on the afternoon now for Wojo.
Now batting number 10, Marcus Semien.
Ooh, borderline, huh?
Thank you very much.
Hey, take them when you can.
Yep. Marcus Semien, the young shortstop, takes a strike.
If I was an A's broadcaster, I'd be saying something else, but being that it's Wojo out there, take him when you can get him.
0-2 the count. Semien letting it fly.
How about Wojo, too? 92 on the gun for the youngster.
Yeah, good to see. And his first start, we didn't see that. His second start, we saw more of that. Good looking fastball.
I'm actually, that one at 93, I like the location on that one. A couple of the fastballs riding a little bit up in the zone. He beat Semien up in the zone, but that pitch right there, I'm pretty good with that location. Even though it's center cut on the plate, the location down in the zone made it effective.
And down on strikes. They'll record the out at first base, 2-3. But an inning with 3 strikeouts for Wojo. And a 1-2-3 frame. 3-2 Houston. Astros lead as we go to the 4th inning.
Yeah. How about Mike Scott?
Scotty's birthday today, huh?
A couple of Astro legends on that.
Have to fire off a birthday wish to Scotty.
I like the one that had the notes that had me and Channing Tatum on the same birthday.
A couple of lookalikes. Can they tell the two of you apart?
Only when we do our bench press contest.
I see. You're trying to separate yourself from him, huh?
I think he'd separate himself from me. Get me by a good couple 100 pounds.
Jason Castro leads it off here in the 4th inning. Followed by Jake Marisnick and Jose Altuve. 3 runs, 5 hits for Houston, 2 runs on 1 hit for the Oakland A's. And the Astros looking for a first ever sweep against the Oakland A's. It's kind of hard to believe. Of course, they played in different leagues for most of the time.
Yeah, I looked that up, and I think this might be their 50th game against each other. The overall record all time against the Athletics is 16-33, so this should be the 50th game, if I can add. But yeah, kind of surprising. That's quite a few games to not sweep a team.
Well, the first year that the Astros went to the American League with us on board here, Oakland won 15 of 19.
That's all?
That was it. Last year, the Astros sliced the margin. They won 8 of the 19. And now, as we stand through 5 games in 2015 between the two clubs, the Astros have the edge at 3-2. Two and two the count. Castro struck out in the second. 3 strikeouts for Pomeranz. Fairly nice crowd on hand this afternoon. Castro takes close and gets the call his way this time.
Yeah, that down and away to left-handed hitters hasn't been called, and rightfully so.
Well, there it goes. Bob Melvin or somebody has been tossed. Bob Melvin comes out now to finish the argument.
Have you seen a manager sprint that quickly out of a dugout?
Most managers may not be capable of that kind of sprint.
That's impressive.
Bob Melvin is hot, and I wonder how much of this could be designed to perk up his club that has won 3 straight games.
Well, sometimes you go out there to fire up the boys, but he's right after Quinn Wolcott, isn't he?
Yeah, I wonder when Bob sees what we just saw in terms of where the pitch was, how he might feel about things.
But it kind of gets back to your point. Does he even care where that pitch is? He knows his borderline, but he's going out there fighting for his boys, decent crowd on hand, fire him up a little bit. He doesn't want to get swept.
I think sometimes as a manager, you're just simply trying to find a way to get the club kind of back going. Pom-poms can only do so much, and usually it's nothing in the dugout.
That was a good one. I got a little juices flowing on that one. That was pretty good on both ends. Quinn Wolcott holding his ground, but Melvin letting him have it. That was pretty good.
Melvin may not run the long distance like you and Julia all the time, but he's got a pretty good little sprint right there.
Yeah, that was a nice burst.
3-2 the count, and ball 4. So Castro draws the walk following the argument. Melvin has been tossed. Man aboard for Jake Marisnick.
Now batting, number 6, Jake Marisnick.
Mentioned Julia as a long-distance runner.
She needs help.
She immediately jogs up the stairs and comes to the booth.
A big fail, an epic fail. Trying to
We
light
can't
your
have
candle.
that.
Here, I'll let you light it.
Bunt on the first base side goes foul outside the line. Marisnick trying to find a way to bunt his way aboard.
We got it.
We got the
We're
candle.
alive.
The candle has been lit. It is officially your
See
birthday.
it?
Happy birthday, Blummer.
Thank you so much.
Make sure to make a wish.
And a big happy birthday.
Here it comes. Thank you both very much.
But I want some of that, actually, so don't eat all of it. Can I have that piece?
You already stuck your finger in it. I guess it's yours, all right? All right, Ash, you got the rest of the game. I'm going to start chowing.
I told you were welcome back to the birthday party.
I'm just glad Julia finally relinquished her happy birthday week to me.
You know what amazes me is Julia was downstairs, had not even picked up the birthday treats here when I made the mention of her in the long distance running, and that's how quickly she can get to the booth. So nicely done.
There you go.
Thank you, thank you. I'm just glad I got the candle lit and nothing caught on fire.
Where's everybody else that was invited to the birthday party?
This is nice. I love when you guys...
Where are all the folks that were invited, the hundreds and hundreds?
They're all here.
Yeah.
Oh,
in the green
right.
The greens.
Fly ball deep left field. This one at the wall. See ya! Jake Marisnick goes deep. He launches a 2-run shot. The Astros jump on top 5-2.
That is what I'm talking about.
Or Jake Marisnick, his second long ball on the year.
How about that kid? We need to do this more often, huh? That was a blast.
Now batting, number 27.
Can't wait to tell Jake he hit a home run for me.
You know, as birthday presents go, I think that one is kind of nice.
How about the breaking ball, though? Doing a great job of going down and getting under that one and driving it. That ball's well struck.
Jake Marisnick, I think you would have to say, is doing more with the bat early on this season than most people anticipated possible.
I don't know what you're saying right now. I got a mouthful.
Enjoy that stuff. Jose Altuve, by the way, has entered the batter's box, has an 0-2 count. Does that matter?
Never. No, I agree with you on Jake.
Julia, stop bothering us. We've got a game to do.
Well, she's so healthy. She served a dessert with grapes on it.
The grapes didn't help here. Altuve down on strikes.
Yeah, that's just window dressing for the dessert.
4 strikeouts for Pomeranz. 5-2 Astros lead as we're in the 4th inning. 1 out for George Springer.
Number 4, George Springer.
Dan Otero, the right-hander, now getting loose in that pen for the Oakland A's. You know, Jose Altuve, not happy about the celebration for your birthday up here. We got to keep this straight.
Sorry about that. He was distracted.
Altuve, by the way, 2 for 3 on the afternoon.
This cake tastes like a Snickers bar.
Told you I was going to get you a Snickers bar this morning. It
pretty good.
Didn't happen. 22,080 birthday well-wishers on hand here this afternoon.
Again,
I hope they're all baseball fans.
It should be. Either that or they got lost on the 280 coming down here.
Well, they didn't get lost getting on the wrong BART train this morning.
Yeah, you want to avoid that today.
Do they always shut that down on your birthday?
Yeah, in honor of.
Pitch is close, but it's 3 balls and no strikes on Springer, who has struck out twice on the day. George comes in with back-to-back games with 2 hits apiece and takes ball 4. Wonder what the impact on a young umpire like Quinn Wolcott might be when a manager comes out and so vehemently shows his displeasure in the way you've been calling a ball game.
That'll be interesting. Well, that's not going to help his cause.
Look like a strike to you?
Well, according to our pitch tracks, it sure enough was.
So you like it when it's inside that strike box then?
Yeah. It's a good sign. I don't know. It's for Quinn Wolcott. If you got a guy like Bob Melvin coming out there, he's not going to come out there screaming expletives.
Springer goes throw over, though. The throw down to second. They got him. 1-3-6 on the caught stealing of George Springer. So he has been caught now. That speed almost able to beat the play.
Almost did. Pomeranz by now is keenly aware that the Astros aren't afraid to run on him going on that first move. This time he decides to pick at the right time and just barely gets George Springer.
The Astros stole 2 bases in the 3-run 3rd inning. Jed Lowry has grounded into a fielder's choice and walked. He scored after walking in the third inning. Evan Gattis had the first of two very big hits that plated runs in that frame. A 2-run single by Gattis as he hammered one through the right side. Here's a ball hit well to left, but right there to make the play, Craig Gentry. That'll do it for Houston. They pick up 2 more runs here in the 4th inning, and the big swing by Jake Marisnick.
All batting, number 20,
It's 1904. Ty Cobb makes professional debut in South Atlantic League. In 1941, Wrigley Field becomes first ballpark to use in Oregon. And in 1959, Sadahara O hits the first of 868 career home runs. Seriously?
We've had only one here today.
It was a nice one, too, by Jake Marisnick.
Nation of runs scored in Japan and in Major League Baseball.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I bet you could get a lot of baseball fans on where does Ichiro play his home games today?
Miami, Florida.
Yeah, but see, you're not just the average Major League fan.
Yeah, they give me too much information up here.
Far too much.
Above average.
Stephen Vogt at the plate, drills one. It hooks foul down the right side.
Oh, skate save and a beauty. Javier Bracamonte.
Board says Evan Gattis is at the plate.
I
dispute that.
Yeah, I would argue that.
Mr. Bracamonte.
Yeah, Javier. He's got the shin guards on. That's why he wasn't afraid to stick the leg out there.
He's been a mainstay in that bullpen for some years now.
Sure has.
Vogt takes inside. Vogt hitting .357. Shift on, 3 infielders on the right side. Marwin Gonzalez not playing up on the grass on the left side with a couple of strikes. Not needed. That's the way Major League Baseball looks much of the time these days when left-hand hitters are at the plate. And ball 4, so a leadoff walk. And remember, when the A's got on the board in the second inning with a pair of runs, it started with a 1-out walk.
They've just had back-to-back innings of Astros putting up crooked numbers. Now you're in the bottom of the 4th, and that's the last thing you want to see is a leadoff walk. Because as you said, Ash, usually those turn into runs.
A lot of ugly innings start that way. Billy Butler 0 for 1 on the day.
Got a good double play candidate right here, though.
And a guy who is not hot with the bat. He's 0 for his last 9. Former member of the Kansas City Royals and a part of what the Royals did going to the World Series last year. Butler looking for his first hit here in this 3-game series. Ooh, good swing as he fouls it back. Butler was 0 for 5 in the opener, 0 for 3 yesterday afternoon. Pretty good hack right there.
Yeah, that's what you call being on it.
2012 was his big year with the bat. 29 home runs and 107 RBIs that year. Hit .313. Lifetime .295 hitter. Pops it down the right side. George Springer gives chase. Can you do less in your off-season workouts if you play a corner outfielder spot here in Oakland for a while?
Yeah. Going to save your energy for some of these 100-yard sprints. It's amazing. George has already made about 6 or 7, it feels like, at this ballpark in this series alone.
Breaking ball stays inside. Wojo has allowed just 1 hit on the afternoon. Second inning triple with a man aboard. That hit by Josh Reddick. And just outside.
That was a better pitch. It was good to see Wojo come back with a better curveball. That one he threw before didn't really finish it. This one he comes back and does a good job of finishing it. Puts it in a good spot, but the fish ain't biting.
Stephen Vogt at first with the 3-2 count. Not likely to go. The catcher doesn't run all that well. Held on by Chris Carter. Wojo brings it. Sharply hit ball right at third base. Marwin with the play. Checks first base, but Vogt alertly back. And now Brent Strom, the pitching coach, jogs out to the mound. That hanging curveball, might that have alerted Brent at all?
Well, earlier in the game when we saw some looks in the dugout, get a nice look at the swing and the reaction by Marwin Gonzalez. But we saw Brent Strom go down and talk to Wojo, and he was kind of doing some motions with his right arm. Maybe he sees something in the mechanics of Wojo's delivery that's seeing what we're seeing. Some of these pitches not getting finished as the breaking ball isn't, and then maybe some of the fastballs being elevated a little bit, going out there and just a little friendly reminder to get on top.
Yeah, and it's an inning where Vogt drew the walk, and it was a 3-2 count on Butler before the hanger got lined to third. And see how Wojo handles Ike Davis. It was Davis drawing a walk in the second inning prior to that triple by Reddick. Line shot right field. That's a hit. Springer dives to try to cut it off. Can't get it done. Into third base and being held is Vogt on a double by Ike Davis. And the Oakland A's are coming at the Astros.
Yeah, they're on the attack. A couple of hard hit balls in this inning so far. This is just a fastball center cut. And ripped on by Ike Davis, who was more than prepared to turn on it. Actually, this dive by George Springer actually turned out to be pretty good.
Yes, it did.
I believe if that ball gets by him, Vogt has a real good chance of scoring on that. But
I think you're right.
Had to hold up.
I think you're right. So runners at second and third with 1 out for Josh Reddick. And Reddick with that triple in the second inning, now hitting .372 on the year. Shift on.
This is a guy that just tears up Astros pitching.
He's got that barrel dropping style, and it left me wondering, was he considering trying to hit the ball on the left side there?
Another situation with runners in scoring position, a man on third, less than 2 outs. Defense is playing back. He might have been trying to be a little aggressive, trying to get that ground ball to get the RBI driven in. But right now, Bob Melvin, who's back in the clubhouse, wants to see a big inning.
0-2. Reddick not happy with himself. That double by Davis, number 5 on the year for him. Reddick just in his 13th game on the season. Pops it up. What a big second out this can be. Marwin with the call. Drifts towards second base to make the play, and that is 2 outs.
Huge out right there for the Astros, getting Josh Reddick to get out. That pop-up doesn't allow anybody to score. And if you look back at the replay, there's a little split screen to see how well that George Springer diving, cutting that ball off, may have helped them from scoring. I think if that ball goes to the wall and Marisnik has to play it off the wall, Mike Gallego sends Vogt right there and tests the arms of the Astro infielders to try and score that run. So right now, that's proven to be a big play.
Great call on your part, and a terrific effort, even better by George Springer. So good stuff, and now Wojo can get out of the inning if he can get Brett Lawrie. Lawrie had a sac fly in the second inning. Josh Donaldson, such a big star for the Oakland A's the last couple of years, on now to the Toronto Blue Jays. Traded in a 10-player swap between Toronto and Oakland. And Lawrie, the guy that came this direction. I think there's a lot laid on his shoulders.
Yeah, that's a huge gap to fill at third base. Donaldson was an MVP vote getter the last couple of years at third base between his defense and timely hitting. But Billy Beane not afraid to get rid of some big right-handed bats in this lineup with Cespedes going and now Donaldson going over the offseason.
The question I would have, and I think a lot of people, is did he get rid of too much offensively for these Oakland A's?
Well, Donaldson has been a top WAR guy if you want to go that route at third base and on the team he's been playing on. The runs he takes away on defense and the ones he piles up on the offensive side make him a pretty good ball player and a tough guy to fill.
Line shot left center field, dropping for a hit. It'll plate 2, and the A's are right back in it. 5-4 now. Astros lead it. A key 2-run, 2-out single by Brett Lawrie.
Well, much like the Astros got timely hitting and Colby Rasmus picking up Chris Carter when he popped out with runners in scoring position, so did Brett Lawrie with this big 2-out base hit right here on a breaking ball over the outer third. Got just enough to drop it in front of the center fielder. But he himself picking up his buddy Josh Reddick, who popped out with runners in scoring position.
That's 3 RBIs on the afternoon for Lawrie. He's at first base for Eric Sogard.
One of those Sunday dogfights in the AL West.
Of course, we would love to see the Astros stay on top in the West, but could be a lot of rolling around amongst the clubs in the West this year.
Man, I think so. It's going to be much like the NL West, where those guys just pound on each other all year long.
Diving try by Carter, but it gets on by Sogard. Has himself a hit. Stopping at third is Lawrie. The Oakland A's get the inning started with a walk, but they've had 3 hits, 2 of them with 2 outs. Runners at first and third now, and the 9-hitter Craig Gentry comes to the plate.
This is why it's good to be a left-handed hitter while the first baseman is holding somebody on. It's like having the infield in. Tough to react when you hit the ball firm.
By the way, I said 10-player deal in that Brett Lawrie, Josh Donaldson swap. That was not the 10-player swap. So I'm in error there and apologize. But that was a big deal in the offseason.
Yeah.
And I think most of us thought, why Josh Donaldson leaving the Oakland A's?
Well, and he was such a crowd favorite, not to mention how well he played the game of baseball.
Gentry caught looking in the third inning, and that might have been the at-bat that got Bob Melvin alerted a bit. Activity now in the Astros pen. Sam Deduno will get loose.
You're giving a little bit of love to Bob Melvin for firing his ball club up. Answering back to the Astros charge.
I imagine Mrs. Melvin is thinking that was the case. They're going to be tied now as touching home plate is Brett Laurie. It's a 5-5 ball game. Another 2-out hit. This one picked up by Craig Gentry. And as you say, a little afternoon tussle going on, a 5-5 game.
Yeah, but if you look at the pitches that these Oakland A's hitters are crushing right now, not a lot of movement and not great location. You see him missing his spot right there with Castro sit up on the outside corner, and good hitters when a team is hot right now get that fastball. They're not missing it.
Runners at first and second. That 2-out scenario just rolls over. Sam Fuld at the plate. Fuld is grounded out and struck out. Well, the Astros, or rather the A's, came into this fourth inning with just one hit, but they've picked up 4 knocks in the inning. And we talked about it, that leadoff walk.
Isn't that crazy?
You don't know why, but it seems to be a part of a lot of big innings. Little looper, shallow center field, but getting back to make the play is Lowry, and that'll do it for the A's. They send 8 to the plate, 3 cross. We're tied at 5. Your low fare now at southwest.com. Pretty good sights in the area. The baseball has the Astros and Athletics tied at 5. To the 5th inning we go. 6 hits for Houston, 5 for the A's. Jed Lowry, Evan Gattis, and Chris Carter, 3, 4, 5 for Houston. Left-hander Drew Pomerantz on the hill. Both starting pitchers still in the ball game, but both getting touched up here this afternoon. I said Jed Lowry. Evan Gattis starts it out, followed by Chris Carter and Colby Rasmus. Gattis had one of the big swings for the Astros today. Shot a base hit with the bases loaded through the right side, plated a pair. That tied the game at 2 at the time. 2 balls and a strike on Evan. Offers on the high heat. And a 2-2 count.
There was a situation where you're looking for a pitch, you get it, and you just attack. I want to see him connect with one of those one time.
It was really nice in the third inning when he shot that one to right field to plate a pair. Three and two the count. Popped up. That'll be back in the seats. The Astros head on down to San Diego following today's game. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with the San Diego Padres. Colin McHugh goes tomorrow against James Shields. That's a nice one.
Look at all three of those matchups. There's going to be some good pitching down there. Even though yesterday you saw 7 home runs in Petco Park. That's a rarity.
Day game, how much difference does that make?
It helps.
Shot foul down the left field side. And here are the pitching matchups in San Diego over the next 3 games.
Some good numbers on both sides. You get the chance to see Colin McHugh and Dallas Keuchel go up against that new revamped lineup for the San Diego Padres. James Shields out to a great start. Golden Bear Tyson Ross throwing his power sinker. Andrew Kashner can bring the noise a little bit. He throws firm to quite firm.
Gaddis stays alive. It's nice to go to San Diego. It's nice to see Petco. Just a nice combination. The Astros will not see Dodger Stadium this year.
That's disappointing. I mean, I love that
for
ballpark.
both of us.
Yeah, we're growing up there for both of us and being around that ballpark, but you don't get to see Vin Scully.
True.
Being in the, not on the same level, but in the vicinity of that man. I would like to go over there and see what he's got going on and get a picture.
Trying to do the same thing that Vin Scully does.
No chance.
Fly ball shallow in right field. Reddick is there. He makes the catch and 1 out in the Astros 5th inning.
Do the Dodgers come to Houston? Or
yes,
they
yes.
do.
I believe that is the case.
But that's the one NL West team we don't get a chance to go see on the road.
Now, you've seen all the ballparks, obviously, but I think as a broadcaster, it gives you a different look, and to see Dodger Stadium would have been fun.
It would have been fun.
For those who have never been there, it's one of the older ballparks in Major League Baseball right now, but it's spectacular. They've just done a great job keeping it up.
It's one of the 3rd or 4th oldest ballpark in all of baseball. But you look at it, and like you said, you go play there, and you wouldn't assume that.
No way.
They've done a great job.
Chris Carter at the plate, 0 for 2. And I love the new ballparks around Major League Baseball. Minute Maid Park certainly among them. And Kevin Costner made the comment recently when he was blessed to be on with Julia Morales and her show, which airs on Wednesday afternoons, I believe. But I'll check on that one. But that Minute Maid is one of the best looking ballparks in all of baseball. But among the older ones, Dodger Stadium and Kauffman in Kansas City, some terrific places. Tough play down the first base side, and the diving effort by Ike Davis to finally get it done.
You have no idea how hard this play actually is. Wind kind of swirls here at O.co. Ball's skied, and he's running directly into the sun. That ball is moving its way into the sun, but he does a good job. I believe he even has the old school flip downs on.
Did he keep 2 feet down going in the corner of the end zone?
He didn't even use the shades. How about that? Adding to the degree of difficulty. Solid dismount.
I was trying to think of the little gal's name from the U.S. Olympic team that had to land on 1 foot.
Oh, yeah.
Colby Rasmus at the plate. 2 outs, nobody on here in the 5th inning. Kerry Strug, I think. Kerry Strug, is that right?
Your gymnastic knowledge is deep.
I went deep in there. Ground ball right side. It's going to be a 1-2-3 inning as Sogard makes the play. So he played 4.5, half of the ball game done, and it's a 5-5 tie.
Park, save money, and receive great benefits throughout the season. Visit Astros.com/season tickets or call 1-877-9-ASTROS now to reserve your seats.
Right-hander Sam Deduno comes out of the Astros pen. He'll work it here in the 5th inning. So 4 innings once again in a 3rd Major League start now for Asher Wojciechowski. And they've all produced 4-inning starts. Deduno with a ball and a strike on the 2-hitter Marcus Semien. 5 runs, 6 hits for Houston. 5 runs, 5 hits for the Oakland A's. And a fly ball left field. Cruising in and toward the line a bit. Rasmus, he makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down here in the 5th. There's Asher's starts on the season. Again, all 4 innings.
The catcher, number 21.
What'd you think of today's start, Blummer?
It might have been a little bit of a step back for him. I thought he pitched pretty well up in Seattle. Maybe got some tough luck, but was given the lead. Saw some pitches find the middle of the zone, and the A's hitters weren't missing him at all.
Stephen Vogt hasn't missed much of anything this year. Hitting .357, 4 home runs already. Today drew a walk. That was the key walk in the 4th inning, a leadoff walk. The A's were down 5-2 at the time they came out of that frame, tied at 5.
Well, in the first 2 games of this series, both pitchers went it extremely deep in Keuchel's sense, and then Scott Feldman pitched pretty deep into his game yesterday, so the bullpen is relatively rested. The last time Deduno pitched was on the 17th. Picked up the save that day. So these guys are pretty well rested.
Well, and they've added Josh Fields, who we saw yesterday. An extra arm out there.
We're going to look at Samuel. Making his 5th appearance. It's kind of tough on righties, huh?
Keep it that way. You know, if you can get one or the other out consistently, you'll have a job. 2-2 the count. Vogt batting with 1 out here in the 5th.
Is it interesting that Samuel Deduno is coming into relief on the same day that Wojciechowski is pitching? Could he be a guy that maybe slots in and moves in and gets a spot start?
You're suggesting a bit like the piggyback theory down in the minor leagues.
Possibly.
Yeah, I would imagine going in, it was the mindset that Sam, be ready. Yeah, this could be your day. When you're the long guy in a bullpen on a team that has a staff that's dominating, you're not going to get much work. Fly ball left field again. Colby Rasmus. A couple of fly ball outs to left field to start the 5th inning. It brings up the cleanup man, Billy Butler. But if you're the long man and you're getting a lot of outings, you've got a starting staff that's not getting the job done.
Yeah, obviously we haven't seen much of Samuel Deduno, who is that long man a little bit, and it would be an easy flip if they chose to go that way, because you just move Wojo into that bullpen position, be the long man, and let Samuel go out there and give it his best effort.
Okay, so Wojciechowski, of his outings, the good one this year, the one that really kind of stands out statistically, was the relief appearance. Any inclination to swap and see how it goes? Drive center field, going back Marisnik. This is over his head and up against the wall. Billy Butler snaps a string. He was 0 for 12 and now with a double at second base. Make that 0 for 10 prior to that double.
I think that thought you had right before that bullet to center field is something that might be talked about amongst the coaching ranks, but right here looked like a hanging slider possibly. Billy Butler staying behind it. Professional hitter, having himself a great season off the schneid here in this series with a bullet off the center field wall.
Ike Davis at the plate has walked and scored and doubled and scored. That double coming in the 4th inning. Scoring doses have come in equal amounts here this afternoon.
Did that just hit the ball boy in the head?
It did.
Come on.
Or in his back somewhere.
Steven. That's it. We're going out for early work tomorrow.
And the security guy down there, or whatever he is, was trying to get out of the way.
No, he was running for the hills.
It was not effective work down the left field side.
Well, I guess it's better him than the player.
Left-hander Fernando Abad is loosening down in that pen on the left side. Ball and a strike on Davis.
Check out this young man right here. Keep an eye on him as that ball comes down. Doink!
What did that hit?
Look at the back of the neck. Poor kid. Well, it looks like he's got Jed Lowry's old helmet.
Ground ball on a couple of high chops to the right side. Altuve with the play. That'll do it for the A's as Davis grounds out. They get a double and leave him. We played 5, tied at 5.
next Family Sunday is May 3rd when the Astros take on the Mariners. For more information or to purchase tickets, visit astros.com/Sundays or call 1-877-9-ASTROS. Guys.
Thank you, Julia. Well, the fans really did come out for your birthday, and it's nice to see. Fernando Abad, the left-hander, now working for the Oakland A's as we go to the 6th inning in a 5-5 tie. 7-hitter Marwin Gonzalez leads it off, followed by Jason Castro and Jake Marisnick. Abad picking up the left-hander Pomeranz. Marwin has doubled and popped out. That double by Marwin, his 3rd on the season. Abad from the stretch. Oh, 0-2. Evan Gattis has had a big 2-run single in the 3rd inning. Colby Rasmus drove in a run with a 2-out single in that 3rd inning. And Jake Marisnick has launched a 2-run bomb, his 2nd home run of the year. That came in the 4th. For the Oakland A's, Josh Reddick had an RBI triple in the 2nd inning. Ball hit in the air center field. Going back with room is Fuld now turning around to make the play. Didn't look pretty, but effective when it's all said and done.
That was an interesting route Sam Fuld took on that ball. We already mentioned the wind swirling a little bit. This ball was well struck by Marwin Gonzalez, and watch the route. Turn over one shoulder, look over the other one. A little karaoke move and get back around to make the catch.
I think Aaron Rodgers wouldn't mind having a receiver that could pull that off.
Yeah, make the adjustment, right? Not bad.
Another Golden Bear, we might add.
Pretty good one at that, too.
Not bad. Jason Castro has struck out and walked. Scored a run. Pops one down the left side. Will it drop? Oh, a heck of a play from the knees in left field by Craig Gentry.
That really was a heck of a play.
The 2 outs in the inning, and we check in with Julia.
Thank you, Ash. Jake Marisnick coming up here. He's our TXU Energy Power Player of the game, and his last at bat, of course, the 2-run shot to put the Astros up 5-2 at that time, and that's after missing a couple of days. We're missing time with that right messed me up here. It was really more of an IT band issue, though, and he and AJ Hinch, trainers, all arrived early today to test out with agility drills. Everyone in agreement. He was good to go, but he's still being monitored a little bit. Also, he'll probably get a day off in San Diego. Hinch really just trying to get everyone in, get some playing time.
Marisnick takes outside. Well, if he keeps swinging the power bat and playing great defense and running the bases extremely well, I don't know if he needs a day off, does he?
I don't know. But getting that IT band massaged is not a comfortable feeling at all.
That can hurt a bit.
Oof. He hasn't missed a step, missing 2 games.
I saw Steve Sparks come in the booth while we were shooting the Open today and dropping a little massage on our very special partners here in the booth. Gene's ignoring us.
Again.
Marisnick has reached on an error and homered. 3-1 the count. What a difference maker this guy can be. And then there's Jose Altuve. Back-to-back in the lineup. Quite effective. Assuming Jake Marisnick continues to swing it well and do the things he can do, Do you see him staying in the 9th spot for a lengthy time?
He's been pretty successful down there. I'm not sure. You might want to move him up, but
off speed, hit toward the gap in left center, but closing that gap is Sam Fuld, and that'll do it at 1-2-3 6th. It's a 5-5 game, Astros and A's.
you look back at yesterday, Scott Feldman did himself worthy of the win. Pitching great, second straight start. I believe 10 of his last 11 starts have been quality starts, but last night he had a lot of work and had a great fastball, working on both edges of that plate and really putting some guys away with that big over-the-top hammer that he has.
Deduno starts the inning with a strike on the left-hand hitting Josh Reddick. Reddick has doubled, driving in a run, scoring a run in the second inning, and then popped to third base. That looked like a big pop out in the fourth inning. It was the second out of that frame. Brett Laurie then came to the plate, single to center field, driving in a pair. And that's where we find this ball game. In fact, Craig Gentry came up with another hit in that inning, driving in a run. 3 runs came across for the A's as they tied the game at 5. And now it's just another battle between these two clubs. We've seen so many. The Astros starting to find a way to win some of these battles. High chopper right side. Altuve is going to have to hurry. Makes the play on that quick exchange, gets it done.
A lot of modern day ball players would try and go after it with the bare hand, but I think Altuve right here just proved that you can be just as quick with the glove.
I love hearing you say that because I believe that fully. I believe you can be just as quick with the glove, and Altuve came to the ball where you can take it with the glove and make the quick exchange. When you watch a guy barehand, he grabs it and then the arm does the same thing that you wind up doing using the glove. Anyway, nice play by Altuve.
Much higher risk going with that bare hand, but the way he made that exchange was unbelievable.
Brett Laurie at the plate, sac fly and a single plating a pair, 3 ribbies on the day. This guy came on the scene in the major leagues with the Toronto Blue Jays, had an early grand slam in his career, and mentioned it the other day. He was an absolute sensation in Toronto. But the glory days went away quickly. He's caught on strikes. 2 outs here in the inning, and it brings up Eric Sogard.
You got a pretty good curveball when you can get a reaction from a hitter like this.
Now batting second baseman, number 28, Eric Sogard.
Right there, watch the upper body buckle a little bit. That makes me not miss the game at all.
We never did that.
Oh man, are you kidding me? You've seen Darryl Kyle? That guy,
yep.
He could throw a hammer. Carpenter, Wainwright, some good breaking balls out there.
What's the best curveball you ever faced?
Darryl Kyle.
Yeah.
He threw it the hardest. You could almost hear his curveball break. He got so much rotation on that pitch. It was unbelievable.
What is it about the Wainwright curveball that hitters find so difficult?
Just that break in the release point. He does such a good job of releasing all of his pitches out of the same arm angle, same release point, but it's almost the same trajectory out of his hand. You get those guys that don't throw that breaking ball that jumps out of their hand and kind of goes up over their head and breaks. Those guys that have the good ones kind of have that one that comes straight out of their hand, and when you're about to start your swing, it just falls off a table.
Fly ball left center field. Shaded already that way. Marisnick makes the play. A 1-2-3 6th inning. So the pitcher's starting to settle in. We played 6 and tied at 5.
$10,000 fans will receive a Jose Altuve hit counter bobblehead presented by Goya. For more information, visit Astros.com or call 1-877-9-ASTROS.
Yeah, we had the big race here, 7th inning race. Ricky Henderson had won the first 2 in the series, but Raleigh Fingers comes through in strong fashion down the stretch.
Yeah, he put his head down and that was a good late kick.
If one of those guys puts their head down, they're going down. That's all I've got to say. Ryan Cook now comes on to pitch for the Oakland A's.
Ryan Cook used to be a staple in that Oakland Athletics bullpen. He takes the place of Kendall Graveman, pitcher who took the loss yesterday.
Jose Altuve leads off. He is singled a pair of times. One time into the hip pocket of the starter Drew Pomeranz. He scored a run. He has stolen a base today and struck out. So kind of a typical Jose Altuve day, hitting .329 on the year. By the way, last year in his 18th game, or at the end of his 18th game, as today is for the Astros, I believe the number I saw earlier in the day was .289, might have been .286 was the batting average for Jose, right around that .290 mark. So he's off to a faster start this year than last year.
So he's going to hit .391.
That will be 1 point better than George Brett back in the .390 year. Altuve grounds out. He's 2 for 4 on the day, 1 out here in the 7th. Did you notice the math I came through with on that?
That was pretty impressive.
Quickly, too, just like that.
I expect nothing less out of you.
Love your expectations. George
Always.
Springer has struck out twice today and drawn a walk.
Do you think we will ever see anybody hit 400 ever again.
I can't see it.
Me neither.
Not with the bullpens today, and of course everybody wants to get into the bullpen, but maybe not a wise choice. Big swing by Springer as he fouls it back.
I just think bullpens and defense
game.
are too good.
And that's exactly right. You've got compared to when Ted Williams was hitting 400, for example. For me, the defenses and the pitching not the same in those days. 2 balls and a strike on George. Too many balls you can hit on the money for outs these days. Not that they weren't there in the 40s and whatever. Springer flies to center field. Sam Fuld with the play. Well, that's a battle with the sun here.
Houston Methodist helps us get to know the hot-hitting Jed Lowry. Favorite movie, The Thomas Crown Affair. It's a movie I was watching the night I got called up.
First time?
Only time. Dustin Pedroia, he likes one of his contemporary peers. It's interesting to see.
You know what I think I just heard from Jeff Blum? I never got sent down, pal.
I didn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying I heard in that conversation.
I'm extremely proud of that fact.
Yeah, that is a good one. I cannot make that same claim. So you made your trip to the big leagues and you stuck.
Had a couple rehab stints sprinkled in there late in my career. But
you landed it on 1 foot like Kerry Strug.
Yeah. Yes, I did. Stuck the landing.
I think she trained right there in the Houston area, if I'm not mistaken, on Kerry Strug Day here in Oakland.
Now she's stealing my thunder.
It is Jeff Blum's birthday, but
in case you forgot.
Jed Lowry down on strikes. So Cook comes on, has a 1-2-3 7th inning with a strikeout. We remain tied.
At Lowe's, we never stop improving, and neither does the Astros bullpen. Putting up great numbers here in 2015. We've talked about it before. That was a major component they wanted to upgrade over the offseason. They did a great job of going out and doing that. Neshek, Gregerson to add with Qualls, who had a great year last year. Josh Fields back in that bullpen. All kinds of depth. And how about that guy named Will Harris? Doing a great job out there in that Astros bullpen.
Will Harris with 23 consecutive scoreless outings out of the bullpen. Not all with the Houston Astros, but pretty impressive streak. Greg Gentry leads off. Has a 2-ball and no strikes count as Sam Deduno starts his 3rd inning of work. So when you talk pitching, as Tony Sipp now gets loose, and it's 3-0. Talk pitching around the American League. Kansas City leads with a 2.98 team ERA. The Houston Astros right behind at 3.02. These Oakland A's are 3rd. So you're looking at 2 of the best pitching clubs in the American League.
Is that 2.9 ERA for the Royals, or batters hit per game?
Well, I think the batters hit per game might be a bit higher than that. And it's a leadoff walk. We talked about the walks in this ball game and the impact they've seemed to have. A couple of them came around to score. And here we start the 7th inning.
Now 3 walks in this game for Astros pitching. You're right, Ash. The first 2 they had in this game, they both scored.
Now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. The relievers around the American League have the Astros 3rd. They trail Kansas City and the New York Yankees. Yankees have been better than most people thought they would be. It's early. Sam Fuld is the leadoff man. He's 0 for 3. Jeff Blum believes the bunt is going to be on.
So there's Marwin Gonzalez down there at 3rd base playing in.
Deduno, that quick step off and a glance toward first base. Never seen anybody picked off on that move.
And sometimes they try and do that to get the hitter to flinch a little bit, and I've yet to see that work either.
It's almost too early, but we'll see how it plays out. No bunt as Fuld takes the ball. Both bullpens busy. We mentioned Tony Sipp. For the Oakland A's, Evan Scribner. Fuld taking all the way, takes a strike. It's 1-1.
Bob Melvin ejected earlier in the game. Now you've got Mike Aldretti, bench coach, taking control. This has got to be a tough ballpark for a manager who gets ejected. Can't really sneak in a tunnel around here. You got to hide behind the concessions here.
Fuld again not showing bunt. It's 2-1. Jason Castro imploring Deduno to find that strike zone. With the 0 for 3 day, Sam Fuld hitting .277. Altuve shallowed up just a bit on the right side. There's the bunt and dragged on the first base side. That'll move the runner up. Sack bunt for Fuld. It comes with 1 out and brings up Marcus Semien with a man in scoring position.
Tried to bring that one with him. Ultimately, I'm sure he was trying to push that one for a base hit, but worst case scenario, if you keep it fair, is a sack bunt.
So the leadoff bunt, or walk rather, and now the bunt. Semien comes to the plate 0 for 3. Dennis Eckersley did not win another race today, so he's been shamed to himself.
Is he okay?
I don't know. I looked like he was doing that. What's that dance we?
He was doing the
saw
Bernie lean.
The Bernie.
Right
there you go. The Bernie lean. And do I have it straight? Is the Bernie lean all about the weekend at Bernie's? Is that the Bernie?
That is Julia's area of expertise.
Okay.
But
so in other words, don't ask you again.
Well, I'm just curious. Does the poor kid have to stay in the Eckersley uniform and do the walk of shame out there because he lost, or what? What's going on?
Pitch inside.
Ricky and Raleigh have taken it to the house.
Well, you see, Eck in 3 days, I'm not sure he's even placed in the races yet. Or maybe he's just a big fan and wants to watch the rest of the game.
Guys, I'm disappointed in your Bernie Lee knowledge.
There goes the runner from second. Line drive out of the reach of Lowry. It's a base hit. The run scores. And the A's have taken the lead 6-5 here in the 7th. And all of it takes place while Julia is ashamed of us.
That could have been disastrous for the A's. Runner off on the pitch, and this ball lined over the head of, just over the head of Jed Lowry.
Or it could have been ideal for the Astros. Either way, it didn't quite go that way. A.J. Hinch coming out to the mound, and it looks like an inning where maybe Doduno has lost command a bit. He will exit that Astros dugout on the first base side. It's 1 out, but the A's are now on top, 6-5.
I'm going to take you back a few years. 1998, A.J. Hinch. He made his debut with the Oakland A's, and here he is getting his first big league hit right here at HOU at OAK Coliseum off David Cone facing the Yankees that day. We asked him about what it was like just coming to this party. Does he remember everything about making his debut and his first hit? And he had lots of good memories for us. He said it's always a special time to come back. He does have a lot of memories, including on opening day. He wasn't catching in the lineup that day, facing Pedro Martinez and the Red Sox, and thought for sure he'd get his first hit that day. Was humbled going 0 for 3 instead. But good stuff.
Thank you, Julia. You're not done yet. What's on? What is this stuff with the Bernie Lane?
Yeah, I had to catch you up on the Bernie Lane. Well, yeah, it's weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, that's what I asked. So obviously I was all over it, right?
Yeah, credit Ash with the assist.
Nice. Stephen Vogt at the plate. 6-5 A's on top. Tony Sipp on the hill. And he faces that left-handed bat of Stephen Vogt. Yeah, they were just doing the Bernie Lane here at the ballpark.
There he is, still cheering.
Yeah, I think Eck's just a big fan that has been banished. 0-1 count. And Sipp throws over to first base. A's pen going at it once again. Evan Scribner, the right-hander, is throwing. Tony Sipp, pitcher number 3 on the day for Houston. For Tony, his 8th outing on the year, and he's been effective once again. Believe it or not, his whip number is a bit lower than it was in his phenomenal whip season last year. 088 last year.
Tough to do.
078 this year. Stephen Vogt now has an 0-2 count. What happens in this game? In 2013, Tony Sipp had a 1.5 whip. That pitching with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Of course, I guess that ballpark might have something to do with it. That's one of the better offensive yards in the game, isn't it?
Yes.
0-2 the count.
But it's weird. Sometimes just a tweak in mechanics, but from what we've seen of Tony Sipp, that number you just threw at us doesn't make any sense. He's got a good, firm fastball. We've seen him throw upwards of 93 miles an hour, but he's also got that nasty slider, good changeup to right-handed hitters.
How did he get released by the Padres is what I want to know.
We'll ask him when we get there.
Ground ball right side, Altuve on to Lowry. They'll get one out. So the force play, second out of the inning, leaves Vogt without much speed at first base. Billy Butler at the plate.
Shift on Vogt. Sees Altuve playing deep. Good firm throw to get that ball to Jed Lowry in time to get out of the way of a hard sliding Semien.
Billy Butler with a double in the 5th inning, snapped an 0 for 10. Big hole on the right side. Close. The A's jumped on top in the 2nd inning, led it 2-0. The Astros responded immediately with 3 in the 3rd. 2 more in the 4th inning, had a 5-2 lead before the A's came up with a 3 spot of their own in the 4th inning. And that 5-5 tie until this, the 7th, where the A's have taken the lead. In fact, the Cincinnati Reds. Well, let's see. I have to check this one a little closer. Cleveland traded Tony Sipp to the Reds, who then granted him free agency. Line shot, foul down the left field side. That in 2012. 1-2 the count. Oakland A's trying to grab one game in this 3-game series. The Astros trying to do something they've never done before. Sweep away the A's in a 3-game series.
I believe the A's are 0-6 so far this season in day games too.
And a swing and a miss by Butler. The tag applied by Castro. That'll do it as Sipp gets out of the 7th inning. But the A's get on the board and through 7 lead it 6-5.
With the Astros 14-game flex plan, you get to pick the games and seat locations that work best for you. Purchase your 14-game flex plan today by visiting astros.com/tickets or calling 1-877-9-ASTROS.
Thank you, Julia. Evan Scribner now comes on to pitch for the Oakland A's. Pitcher number 4 on the day for Oakland. Astros bats have some work to do. Trailing by a run here. In the 8th inning, it's Evan Gattis, Chris Carter, and Colby Rasmus. In the hits column, the A's lead 7-6. Scribner is a 29-year-old right-hander. .92 on that fastball, just away. Evan Gattis 1 for 3 on the day. Picked up a couple of RBIs in the 3rd inning.
Saw the fastball in the low 90s. That just saw the slider. He's got a curveball and a changeup. And 2 runs allowed this year on home runs.
Scribner came to the big leagues originally with the Padres in 2013 and has been with the Oakland A's since the 12 season. 2-2 the count.
Good pitch.
From the stretch. Ball hit on a couple of hops, maybe to second base. Sogard with the play, out number 1 for Houston here in the 8th.
I just kind of nubbed that one off the end of the bat on a good slider down and away. Late break.
Chris Carter comes to the plate, 0 for 3 today. You and I were talking the other day about A.J. Hinch and his comments about winning 2 out of 3. And so many managers and teams feel this way. Of course, you want to strangle 3 out of 3 if you can get it. But if you keep going through American League opponents and everybody you face and taking 2 out of 3, you're going to have a good year. Carter with a 1-out single through the left side. And Chris has now hit in 5 straight. Carter will be pinch run for as Robbie Grossman comes on.
Carter aggressive on that first pitch. That would have been a nice one to have earlier in the game when he had a couple guys on in the 3rd inning. His day's done.
So Robbie Grossman aboard. No more Jonathan VR to utilize in that pinch running role yet late in the ball game. Colby Rasmus is 1 for 3. Drove in a run with a base hit in the 3rd inning. Big 2-out single at the time. Tyler Clippard now, right-hander, loosening for the A's.
So Robbie comes in to pinch run for the first baseman, Chris Carter.
There's Clippard.
How do you shuffle that defensive lineup?
I'll bet you.
Bring Valbuena into 3rd and move Marwin Gonzalez over to first base. That burns two guys on your bench, and the only one you have left is Hank Conger.
Yeah, that's tough. You get down to this 3-man bench, and it really changes things. Line shot to right field. That's a knock. Second on the day for Rasmus. Easily into 3rd is Grossman, held there. And with 1 out, the Astros have runners at 1st and 3rd now for Marwin Gonzalez.
Talked about Colby swinging the bat well early in the pregame. Continuing to do it here, and we see some swings early in the count on fastballs off Scribner. So Marwin 1 for 3 on the day. That's going to bring out
The acting skip now for the Oakland A's. They'll meet with the entire infield to talk about how they're going to play this. Marwin, of course, a switch hitter. You don't have any advantage in bringing in lefty-righty scenarios. Might Marwin be called upon to squeeze? All those things quickly discussed.
Well, this is that situation we saw in previous years with Bo Porter as a manager, with first and third situation, less than 2 outs. He liked to see that kind of that safety squeeze with the bunt going towards first base, and as soon as that ball is seen down by the runner at third base, sprints towards home. Led to some easy runs, but yeah, definite opportunity for a squeeze with a guy who can handle the bat.
2013, we saw a load of those safety squeezes, and quite frankly, they worked well for the club. See how the Astros play it here.
It was a big play for Tampa Bay for years when Joe Maddon was over there too.
Gary Pettis, the third base coach, has signs, everybody checking closely. Marwin wants to see him again. So Pettis goes through those signs again. One ball and no strikes. Infield in on the corners, playing for the double play at short and second.
Marwin, not a bad guy to have a hit and run situation right here too. With 1 out, stay out of the double play and put Colby Rasmus in motion.
Pitch outside, 2-0 the count. Jason Castro in the on-deck circle. Yeah, we were just talking about it, Blummer. The Astros starting to find ways to battle effectively in these close games now with the Oakland A's. What can they do here in the 8th inning? No thoughts about hit and run or safety squeeze, just a good swing by Marwin.
And 2-1 is another good time for a hit and run. Pitcher doesn't want to fall behind 3-1.
Don't know that I would label Marwin as a good hook it through the right side hitter, but he's got a big hole. He hammers one down the right side, foul, as the count evens at 2-2.
Good swing, just a little too quick. Brought the hands in nicely. Turn on it.
One of those moments where you feel like you can't afford to give up the second out and not score a run. Scribner turns to first. Six-5 A's.
How about Marwin being up there with another chance to help his ball club out?
What did he come through in game 1 here in this series? Again, right on the screws as he rams one foul down the right side. The birds starting to swirl here at the ballpark.
It's a scary sight after these stands are emptied and those seagulls start lurking around.
They seem to know, don't they?
Oh man, they sniffed it out, didn't they?
2-2 the count. Big moment. Off speed and Marwin just getting a piece.
Pretty good AB.
That it is. There's that slow curveball. Feel like you make a pitch and the hitter gets a piece and spoils.
Seemed like that pitch was never going to get there. Took a lot off on that breaking ball. Marwin up to the task.
He seems to be seeing the ball well.
Absolutely.
The Astros have now out-hit the A's 8-7. Strike 3 called. Marwin doesn't like the call. But there is that costly second out here in the 8th inning.
And I think the umpire, Quinn Wolcott, may have gotten caught up in the situation here. Fastball away. Marwin seeing the ball pretty good, and you can see clearly outside. That is why Marwin Gonzalez is upset, and rightfully so.
So you just depend, as the A's are going to make another pitching change now. They will go to the bullpen. Still 6-5 A's.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, coming in to pitch for the Athletics, number 36.
Years. Watch every out-of-market game live or on demand in True HD on over 400 mobile and connected devices. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking, and more. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
2 outs. We're in the 8th inning. The A's on top of the Astros 6-5. Runners at the corners. That lead runner, Robbie Grossman. Colby Rasmus at first base, and Jason Castro at the plate. Tyler Clippard now works it here with 2 outs.
Good changeup to start off the at-bat.
So if he's going to come on and throw the changeup on the first pitch, that has to be a pitch he relies upon. And he's been tough in terms of hits per inning, 4 hits in 7 innings, but he's also walked 5 this year.
Pitchers these days have at least 2 pitches they know they can throw for strikes. One, the fastball, and some kind of secondary off-speed pitch.
Pitch hit in the air right field. Right there is Reddick as he backs and makes the catch. Castro gives it a pretty good ride, but not enough. As the A's squirm out of this 8th inning, it's 6-5 Oakland. is presented by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. And by Jack in the Box. Jack's hottest sandwich is back. Head to Jack in the Box for Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. You wouldn't mind being right there, would you?
Not at all. Great day for it. We could skip the plane flight, just catch a boat down to San Diego.
When do you think we might arrive at that pace?
About game 3.
Works for me. Let's go. The bottom of the 8th inning we go. Tony Sipp still on the mound. Came on and got a couple of outs in the 7th inning. Defensively, changes at the corners. Marwin Gonzalez moves to first base. Luis Valbuena is now at third. Tony Sipp finds the strike zone facing the left-handed bat of Ike Davis. Davis has walked and scored, doubled and scored, and grounded out. By the way, the 3 walks issued by the Astros today have all come around to score. And the last of those walks, a leadoff walk in the 7th to Craig Gentry, is now the difference in the ball game. Both bullpens quiet, so it would figure that Tyler Clippard, who came on to get that final out in the 8th inning, will work in the 9th. Right off the end of the bat. One and two the count. This is where the game can really slow down again. You get the bullpens out, and after a foul ball, hitters will tend to take their little stroll, as Davis did. Davis, Reddick, and Laurie for the A's here in the inning. And again, the foul ball. Tony Sipp can rub up a baseball with the best of them these days.
I'm surprised there's any leather left on that thing.
Intense looks on that Astros bench. You know they'd love to get 3 here in Oakland. That last series back at home against the Angels, the Astros lost the first of the 3, but then came back and won the final 2 meetings with the Angels. Moved on to Seattle, place that can be really tough, took 2 out of 3. Come to Oakland, where it's been a nightmare in recent times, and they've taken the first 2.
A couple of nice comeback wins also during that stretch late in games.
Ground ball left side. Lowry stays on the left side this time. They'll get Davis, and 1 out in the 8th inning.
And if you want to look at the bottom of the 9th, or the the top of the 9th, you've got Jake Marisnick leading off. The way he's been swinging the bat, that could be a great thing. Then you turn that lineup over, and you've got some hot hitters and guys behind Altuve that could do some damage. So you got the right part of the lineup coming up. Just got to get out of this inning with nothing else being given up.
Josh Reddick, 1 for 3 on the day, had a 2nd inning triple. That drove in a run. He scored a run. Full-fledged shift on now for Reddick. It's like the birds here swirling at the ballpark are saying, okay, you guys should be about done. It's our time.
Yeah, that internal clock is ticking, right?
You look down at the field, and the shadows just go round and round.
Might be a good time to be a sideline reporter.
How do those birds know to lay away and then come in? There must be, how many would you guess to be within the confines of the stadium right now?
52.
It's a good guess, but I think you're shy. They are huddled up. I think a
Swarming on Mount Davis out there.
It is not a no-huddle offense that they're running out in center field right now. Good swing by Reddick.
Again.
And he's had a lot of good swings, as Blummer's saying. 356 the batting average.
That's danger out there.
It's kind of like the Birds know that if they circle around behind home plate, foul balls can get them. But if they circle out by Mount Davis, they're going to be safe for a while. Ground ball right side. Altuve to his right. And out number 2. So yeah, the Astros got to find a way to get something going in the 9th inning. And they really couldn't be at a better spot in the lineup to make that happen.
Thinking the same thing.
There's some. They're lined up.
There's a couple snipers up there looking to go in for the kill.
You're too young, but back in the day when they were advertising the movie The Birds by Alfred Hitchcock, and they would say The Birds is coming, the movie. Oh. And the birds would be lined up or swirling or whatever the case may be. Ominous. Fly ball right field and deep. George Springer going back and makes a great catch. Brett Lawrie gave that one a ride on a line, and George Springer might be one of the few guys with a response to make that play. Lineup. Well,
no, I think that's the 3rd inning when the Astros actually took advantage of a couple miscues like they have been all series. That ground ball to Ike Davis, line drive off the backside of Pomeranz. There was even a pop-up in that inning by Chris Carter where Colby Rasmus stepped up, did a great job. Evan Gattis got himself a couple RBIs. Just an overall great team inning by the Houston Astros.
How did I do?
I'll get the next one. It's all right.
Well, here we go to the 9th inning. 6-5 Oakland. Jake Marisnick leads it off. And he lines one to center field. Yeah, I guess it's a pretty good spot in the order to make this happen. Jake Marisnick, his 2nd hit on the day. He's 2 for 4 as he stands at first base with good speed, I might add.
Yeah, he can steal some bags. I'm not sure if I hinted at it earlier or talked about it or not, but that 9-hole in American League lineups kind of turns into that second leadoff guy. And for whatever reason, things have been lining up quite nicely for the Houston Astros, and right here that proves it.
How do you anticipate playing this now with Altuve at the plate?
Well, Altuve's an aggressive hitter. If he gets a strike, he's going to swing. So I think it's up to Jake Marisnick. If he has the green light, it's on him to pick a time to go, and up to Altuve if he likes the pitch to hit it.
There goes Marisnick. Hot shot to third. They'll try it second late, and everybody's safe.
Bad choice.
Not a wise choice by Brett Lawrie to throw to second base. The ball kicks away. They lose their chance to go to first base. And that might have been what Lawrie was counting on. Even if we don't get the lead out, then the throw can return to first and they get the out, but not under this scenario.
How about the shortstop covering on this play right here? What are the chances of that? There was not a shift situation against a guy like Altuve, but for whatever reason, the shortstop going over there creates another issue because Laurie's throwing back to a guy he doesn't normally throw to.
I would assume that's a straight fielder's choice. Everybody is safe. George Springer now at the plate.
How about this? Another opportunity being presented to the Houston Astros. And another defensive miscue by the Oakland A's.
I wonder what's going through the head of Brett Lawrie. If he's thinking, well, I figured that even if we didn't get the out, we'd still get an out at first base, but that ball dropped. Springer is 0 for 3 with a walk. He's also been caught stealing. He turns to bunt and bunts it foul.
I like that he was trying to bunt for a base hit. He showed late. He can run. It's an element of surprise. Sometimes these guys that don't bunt very often, you put them out there early and square around, get a little tentative, things get a little shaky.
If Springer would bunt successfully for a sacrifice, it would bring up Jed Lowry in front of Evan Gattis and Robbie Grossman. And you could no doubt anticipate an intentional pass of Lowry.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable if I'm Mike Davis or Brett Lawrie in this situation.
Yeah, charging from the corners with George Springer at the plate.
This guy can buggy whip.
The runners go. The pitch is high. The throw to third is not in time. Double steal. Brett Lawrie thinks he got his man, but everybody is safe.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to take a look at this. I think the ball may have beaten Jake Marisnick, but the location of the throw may have made it tough for Lawrie to put the tag on him immediately.
Stolen base number 6 for Marisnick.
And I think he got the hand in there. I think Lawrie was going for the tackle instead of the tag.
Stolen base number 7 for Jose Altuve.
I hope that right hand on Jake Marisnick is okay. He slammed that right into Laurie's spikes.
He's showing no signs of problems down at third base. And what do we have? Do we have a review scenario?
I guess.
I think
is
we
it after
may.
The 7th inning they have to go?
And I didn't see anything in that play down at third base that would warrant changing that call at all. You?
No, I've got him safe, easy.
Probably not a bad decision by the umpires to review this call, but I cannot imagine for the life of me that that's going to get changed.
Yeah, the left hand is in there before the tag for me. But that right hand goes right into the cleats. Hand is in there. Tag is made. Safe.
How do you like this aggressive style of baseball?
I'm loving it. It's been a blast to watch, and obviously calling winning games is a lot more fun, but the way they've been going after the game has been pretty incredible. But with the double steal, you've got the winning run at second base now.
Yep.
And George Springer still at the plate.
The call is safe, as we anticipated. And the double steal, courageous and ultimately successful.
Ruling in the field has been confirmed.
So runners at second and third, nobody out. Springer with a 1-1 count. They've estimated 1 minute on that replay. Infield draws in. And a ground ball is foul. So 1-2 on George. That's a tough call for a manager to bring the infield in here. It's the tying run at third, but the go-ahead run at second base. You allow that ball to get through the infield right here, and I'm not so sure that that's the wise move. How about these Astros? Two and two the count on Springer.
Yeah, I think now would be a great time for that infield to maybe play in that kind of midway or number 3 depth. Maybe a couple steps behind the base paths, cut down on it, be able to get that runner at home. But like you said, Ash, I agree with you. You're given a golden opportunity to score that winning run.
Springer down on strikes, and there's a big first out. Third time today George Springer has gone down on strikes. With one out, it brings up Jed Lowrie. First base is open. If you are the Oakland A's, how would you play this one?
I'm putting him on. As crazy as it sounds.
I'm with you. Evan Gattis and Robbie Grossman to follow, and they're going to put Jed Lowrie on.
When was the last time you saw a team walk a guy to get to the middle of the lineup?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and I guess it depends on how that middle of the lineup is performing.
That has everything to do with it.
Yeah. Chad Qualls is loosening in the Astros pen.
No, but Jed Lowrie on this road trip, we talked about how well he's swinging it, but the situations where he's been swinging it good, he's done a good job of driving in some key runs for the Astros out there in Seattle. Done it here. But making pitchers work.
Here's the other deal, Blummer. With Evan Gattis at the plate, he doesn't run that well. The base is loaded. Certainly the opportunity for the double play. Multiple ways, by the way, in the infield. And so, yeah, it's dangerous, but one swing could end the game here. Ninth inning, 6-5 A's. Well, that's a big strikeout of George Springer.
I couldn't agree more.
Infield back to double play depth. Gattis gets a piece.
Yeah, Gattis has got to find a pitch he can elevate into the outfield.
Some nervous A's fans getting behind their club. Tyler Clippard, former closer for the Nationals. With a high heat, not even close to the strike zone. And now 0-2 on Gattis.
When you're not swinging the bat well, baseball will put you in situations that create high stress for whatever reason. And if you're not in a good place, this is what happens. Try and do a little too much on pitches you can't handle. Still a chance for a mistake for Evan Gattis to get the big hit, though.
The 0-2. Lays off this time.
Smart pitch.
Yes, it was. Stay right up there on one of the upper rungs on the ladder. Intriguing inning.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
Got to find a way to make contact. Getting a piece and fouling it back is Gattis.
How long before they try and spike that curveball or slider in the dirt?
That comes with a mandated reliance on your catcher.
Yeah. Great games in this series.
Really have been. The 1-2. Line drive center field, plenty deep enough, and over the head of Sam Fuld. Here they come. One run scores. Altuve will score. Being held is Lowrie at third base, and the Astros have reclaimed the lead on a two-run double by Evan Gattis.
They kept trying to climb the ladder, but Evan Gattis up to the challenge somehow, some way. Not only gets on top of it, barrels it up and drives it to center field. Catcher's basically standing up, but my goodness. Well, caveman with cave bat, crush ball. That's just old school. You don't work on that technique. You just don't get up there and overwhelm it. Big hit for Evan Gattis. He missed that fastball up, got an opportunity and crushed it.
And that ball was scorched and completely fooled Sam Fuld in center field. And now Robbie Grossman has his spot. It's Luis Valbuena, that's correct, as Valbuena came on defensively. So a big chance for Valbuena. 2 runners in scoring position. Infield drawn in. A 1-0 count.
First hit with runners in scoring position for Evan Gattis.
How about that? And again, he started the day with 1 RBI. He had a 2-run single in the 3rd inning, gave him 3 ribbies on the year, 2 more now, and now maybe he can breathe. Two balls and a strike.
I want to have a freeze frame of that contact point of Evan Gattis on my phone.
Was that a wise choice to swing? Well, apparently in the end it was an extremely wise choice.
I mean, you've got to get it ready early, you've got to get it going quick, and you've got to stay on top of something that's around your neck.
Good swing by Valbuena as he fouls it back. 2-2.
Capitalize. You got to keep capitalizing. That's what they do. Mistakes by the Oakland A's defense, big hits. This is another situation right here where the runner is at third base, less than 2 outs. You got to get that guy in.
It's 7-6. The Astros are on top, but you can't feel easy about things.
Not here at O.co or the Rock.
Yeah, exactly. Down on strikes, Valbuena. So Clippard gets a big strikeout. He's had 2 in the inning. But around and in between, the Astros have managed a pair of runs.
It's a good changeup.
That brings up Colby Rasmus. This has been quite the road trip to this point.
Yeah.
Birds circling around the infield now. Colby trying to find a pitch to chase him out of here. Well, you can really let the action here in the 9th inning speak for itself. Leadoff single by Jake Marisnick. Brett Lawrie tried to make an unwise play at second base. The Astros come up with a double steal and then a big strikeout of George Springer. Runners at second and third. Jed Lowry gets walked intentionally. Evan Gattis with a couple of strikes on him rather, swings at a pitch way up and drills a double to center field. Strikeout of Valbuena, and now it's up to Rasmus. Two and 1 the count on Colby. Should he reach, Marwin Gonzalez waits on deck. And 3 and 1.
Kind of pick your poison right here for Tyler Clippard, trying to get away with that 2-1 changeup. Falls behind 3 and 1, but Colby's been swinging a good bat. Marwin Gonzalez has had big hits in this series.
Big pitch for Colby Rasmus. Out in front on that changeup. That's a good one. The Astros won the opener in 11 innings, 5-4.
3-1 changeup. Tyler's thrown a ton of these this inning. That one real good. Playing on the aggressive hitter in Colby Rasmus and a hitter's count.
Houston won 9-3 yesterday. And trying to make it 3 straight over the A's. Strike 3 called. So Rasmus caught looking, but the big swing by Evan Gattis. Now the difference in the ball game. Astros on top of the A's, 7-6.
see what exactly happened. Gets him swinging on the first pitch changeup, fouls it off, and proceeded to climb the ladder. And I think that tipped something off to Tyler Clippard wanting to elevate on Evan Gattis. But that one right there, he had a pretty good pass on. I thought he might have tried to throw something in the dirt after elevating his eyes a little bit, try and bury a slider, something down in the dirt, but continued to climb the ladder and not high enough as Evan Gattis gets on top of the fastball around his neck and hammers it over the head of Sam Fuld for the big 2 RBI double to put the Astros ahead here going into the bottom of the 9th.
And now in the bottom of the 9th inning, Luke Gregerson, the closer, comes on. The Astros up 7-6. It's Eric Sogard, the 8-hitter, and a pesky 8-hitter he is. He's followed by the 9 spot, Craig Gentry, and then Sam Fuld at the top. Max Muncy, who made his Major League debut yesterday and got his first Major League hit, waits on deck, so he'll bat for Craig Gentry. But right now it's time to get Eric Sogard. Valbuena drawn in on the third base side. Up even with the baseline at first base is Marwin Gonzalez. Gregerson, ground ball to second. Altuve to a knee and 1 out. That's a big one.
Yeah, that first out of the inning is always huge.
Those
runners off base.
Number 50, Max.
So Max Muncy with the bat. He bats for Gentry. Gentry was 1 for 2 and drew a walk and drove in a run with a base hit. Shift on. Only Valbuena on the left side. Muncy getting some early confidence from the skip here for Oakland. Pitch hit in the air, left field. Back and over, Rasmus makes the play, and 2 outs. So Gregerson comes on, gets 2 quick outs, and the bases are empty now for Sam Fuld.
Julia's in harm's way down there. She's hiding behind the camera guy and down there in the camera well with all the birds flying around.
Why is she hiding from the birds, I wonder?
There's only about 8 billion of them flying around.
There's 4,000 seagulls over my head right now.
Are you trying to keep the clothing clean or what?
I'm so scared.
Ball 1 to Fuld. He's the leadoff man.
That could get messy.
Marcus Semien, the shortstop, waits on deck. Ground ball, 2 hops to Altuve, and that does it. A 1-2-3 9th inning for Gregerson as he shuts it down, locks it up, but good, and the Astros win 3 straight in Oakland as they defeat the A's this afternoon 7-6. A key 2-run 9th inning for Houston to win it. And that first ever sweep of the Oakland A's. Now this one's going to feel good on the ride to San Diego.